Yo, today we have some young up-and-coming creators, a channel that gives useless but important information, and a man that's committed medical malpractice. All this in Top 5 Underrated YouTubers Season 2, Episode 7. Just remember that form in the description, guys, if you have someone to submit for underrated YouTubers. It could be yourself or someone you know, and yes, it can be your grandma or the bro down the road. Just fill out the form and they'll thank you for it later. Oh, and smash that mouse of yours on the bell next to the subscribe button and select all. It's the best way to keep in check with my channel, trust me. Number 5. Our first tuber is a young fella trying to make his mark on the platform. Rye58 Gaming may only have 113 subs, but he makes up for it with his consistent content. With almost daily videos coming out, it is definitely a channel I would keep an eye on. One of the reasons I have included Rye58 Gaming in this is because I can see a huge potential and confidence in him at such a young age. I've seen other young creators like this throughout the series and have seen them all go places. And I honestly think Rye is one of these creators as long as he keeps putting the effort in. I also think that the content he is putting out there is definitely something that is relatable for his age group. Being a kid himself opens the opportunity for others his age to engage with Rye and, well, create a full community around him eventually. Not only does Rye enjoy the games he's playing, but puts solid effort into the channel itself with editing and thumbnails. I know how hard it can be starting off as a creator, let alone a young creator that has no idea how to get into making the videos look quality and match other bigger creators on the platform. We seem to set these standards of how videos need to be presented, and for creators that are small or starting up, this can be really daunting. That's why when I see how much Rye is already putting into his videos with the editing, the thumbnails, the consistency, plus his enjoyment for what he is doing, all these things creates a recipe for success. I can honestly see Rye growing over the next few months and creating a viewer base for sure. Taking note here that Rye does center his channel around Roblox a lot, so if the game isn't your thing, no worries, there are a few other vids like some Minecraft playthroughs and a couple of setup tours. I just want to finish off with a little bit of advice, Rye, and yes, this is something I did back in the day. Make that webcam a lot smaller so the gameplay can be seen better. Unless you have the best looking face around, not many people want to see it too big on the screen, my man. Anyway, take my word for it. For those that are interested, head on over and check him out, and while you're there, you might as well drop him a sub. Let's see this kid's dream become a reality.
Welcome to the no jumping difficulty chart obby. Ah, so you just can't jump. There's someone flying. See, there we go. That's me spacebar, and oh my god, this gets me so nervous. Did I just say get?
Number 4. Alright, so Druza has a goal of hitting 10k. Not sure if it's got a set date on it, but we can all see he started his journey already. Oh wait, it looks like he's going for the milli. Corey Kenshin just gave him a collab challenge. Anywho, Druza does deserve the noticing. He may not have the best webcam out there like myself, but personality makes up for this one. Druza not only has confidence in himself, but has a comedic personality that really shines out. Druza plays a lot of horror games, which can be uncommon for his age. I feel he presents himself as a lot older than what he actually is, which isn't always a bad thing. He can tackle the horror and talk on topics maybe others his age wouldn't. There are other games he enjoys also, like Life is Strange, Among Us, and Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah, definitely not the game that I can get my hands around. The old hand-eye isn't something that's a strong suit for me, so big ups for attempting the old Funkin', man. Druza pulls in approximately 14,000 views every year since he started back in the middle of 2016. One thing that I found quite interesting was his reactions to scary animations. Not only are his animations interesting, well, not interesting for everyone, Mr. Horror here, but I found them giving off that strange but intriguing vibe, and Druza makes the experience all that much better. He has a mainly funny reaction to these weird and strange animations that it gets to the point where you cannot watch these kind of videos without people like Druza reacting to them as well. I'm actually really happy to see these young and aspiring tubers this episode so far, and I honestly encourage more of you guys out there to submit. Anyway, keep at it, my man.
Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're playing Friday Night Funkin' HD mod. Oh my. Kinda doing good. If this was freaking a year ago.
Number 3. Velodis talks on and reviews movies, games, and other topics in his opinion and style. One thing I really noticed within the first few minutes of watching his videos is that he definitely has his channel down packed. So clear to understand, and on the plus side, he doesn't shy away from getting to the nitty gritty and makes use of bigger words to make his reviews correct and proper. Velodis reminds me of I'll Review Anything from an underrated YouTuber's ep a couple of episodes back, going in depth with their reviews and explaining everything at the beginning so people understand what exactly is being talked about, then adding the opinions and extra stuff along the way. This type of reviewing really gets me sitting down and listening podcast style, so if there's a podcast available, Velodis, let me know. Anyway, this man was pulling some real decent views back in the channel's beginnings, but has slowed down over the years as things do. Velodis and other channels like it, yeah, you could say mine. I'm not going to X myself from this list. Could do with that little spark to set the channel off again. I think bringing some fresh attention to Velodis could get his channel going again. Mind you, he's still doing really well. The fact that Velodis has pulled over 1 million views in total really shows his content is worth the watch, and I thought adding him in this list would show off his content once again. Velodis doesn't quite review everything like I'll Review Everything, but he will look down the rabbit hole of most games and film, like subs and dubs on anime, Death Stranding, even speak on a book about William Henry Harrison. So there is potential to do some reviews on books that Velodis has read. One thing that really jumps out to me is the variety of his channel with different topics, etc. You could show this to anyone and there would be something on there for them. One thing that really jumps out to me is the variety on his channel with different topics, etc. You could show this to anyone and there would be something on here for them. He also doesn't go along with the mainstream of YouTube, so channels like these bring a fresh obscurity to YouTube that needs to be recognized more.
Sup, and welcome to another edition of a random review. How many more of these will I do? I don't know. Anywho, today I am reviewing another movie that came out in the fall of 2021, Dune, or Dune Part 1 as it's titled at the beginning of
Number 2. Now, The Generalist. To me, an extremely underrated channel with totally interesting but useless information at the same time. A lot of the info you'll find on Generalist channel is info you don't need to know, but it's something we're all curious about at the same time. Just my kind of channel. Let's give some examples. How did hello become a thing? Or why do we kiss? Maybe you want to know why the statue of David has a small, well, manhood? I mean, you want to find some interesting and useless info, get over and find some on the Generalist. Look, I am continually saying useless info, but this information could be important to some that, want to study it, or maybe want to write an essay on it. Could be a topic to try it, you never know. Well, for all you guys, the man here has got you with all the info you need. Besides all that, there is a few other things I need to point out about this channel for sure. The moment I clicked on the channel, I saw the insane animations made up for these videos. This guy is talented unlike anything I've seen for an 80 subs channel. Did you move on from an older channel, or you literally were hiding your talent this whole time? Also, really well spoken fella and masterfully breaks down these topics for us all, so it's easy to understand and dissolve into our brains. Not only is the animation superb and accurate, but Generalist goes to the next level by editing all his subtitles so people can read the text easily, even making these videos easy to watch for the deaf and impaired, which is a huge plus. I think the next video Levi and I need to dissolve into our already mashy heads is Dr. Condom. Would be interesting to know the history, I'm sure. Get yourselves onto the Generalist channel and look into the rabbit hole of some of the interesting but useless topics out there.
Cut the hair and keep the head, or keep the hair and cut the head. That's how important hair was during the great Chinese Qing dynasty. Braid so long it reaches the butt, and a dreadfully huge bald spot on the front for all the Han Chinese men and other various ethnicities. That spot should be shaved off every 10 days. This hairstyle is called a queue. This was the rule to exact submission after the Manchus ousted the Ming dynasty and inaugurated the Qing dynasty.
Number 1. Owen MP4, our number 1 spot today, who has got creativity on a whole nother level. Banking 1.7k, this guy has editing, personality, and attractive thumbnails on point. I honestly get my own channel's vibes from Owen, as looking at his channel he kinda feels all over the place like myself, with the Fortnite, then the B-Hop simulator, a bit of pixel shooter, even some Portal gameplay. Channels can either go really well with variety or can go a little south, as I've discovered. So it can be a good or bad thing. Myself, I love doing variety, kinda, I guess how my head works. One day I'll be into one thing and then it'll all change for the next day. Anyway, back onto Owen here. Jumping on the channel, the first thing that stands out is the thumbnails. Clean, clear, and straight to the point of what you're about to watch. Huge text that really stands out, giving a tease on what you're in for. I feel Owen inspires from creators like Yub and Markiplier, who throws in his personality more than what other YouTubers would do with the quirky 50-second .mp4 videos and the random 1-minute yard sale video that's completely off topic to what's happening on the channel at the time. These kind of videos add a fresh take to the channel and keep viewers wondering what they're going to see next. If you're into gaming, then Owen has a range of contents for you. He'll pull some random speedruns on random ass games you probably have never heard of. He'll show you how well he can harass other Minecraft players, he'll tell you how awful Fortnite is, and he'll give you some medical malpractice to become the worst surgeon out. The uploads are a tad slow, but the wait is always worth it. Owen will upload at least twice a month with content that will make you wanting more. We need to remember YouTubers have their own lives to focus on, something I have really needed to take into consideration of recent, and realize we cannot always pull the best content if we're uploading so regularly. In order to focus on that quality, we need time to create that quality, and Owen MP4 is a prime example of this. Keep up your amazing channel, Owen, and hit me up for a collab, dude. Seriously.
Alright, so I think I just found something. This knife is $9.99. Contact developer to buy it. New scuffed Epic B-Hop Simulator 2023 PogChamp. This looks like a really good game. Jump into it with new Epic Scuffed B-Hop Simulator 2023 PogChamp, a new parkour game which has spicy memes, graphics, and physics engine. You know that when they come in that...
Well, that's yet another underrated YouTubers episode down. Let's get some of your favourite YouTubers commented below from this episode, and remember, if you have a YouTuber you know that isn't quite getting that attention, then submit them to the underrated YouTubers form in the description. I mean, it's in every video, you cannot miss it. See you all soon.